It's prime time baseball action at its best. Welcome everyone to Friday Night Lights from the Empire Ballpark. It's the Harcher State Baseball League 2023-24. We're in the 11th round of competition. And what better way to ring in the summer season with a clash between first and second. It's the Wanneroo Giants, 13 from 13 and in dominant form up against the explosive Braves side who have won 11 from their 13 matches, including a tie early this season. Paul Persick is my name. It's a great pleasure to have your company on this warm Friday night. We're going to get to 26 degrees tonight. Ideal conditions, but it is going to be slightly warm for the players out there. The Wanneroo Giants, they'll be stepping up to the plate first, and the Braves will be taking to the field for the first couple of pitches. And there you see on the screen there, Campbell Ford wearing the number 40. He's been the Braves' in-form pitcher. The ERA of 3.15 in the competition this season from the 7 games that he has played. He's got a couple of relief pitches as well that will provide some much-needed backup from the mound. Playing defensively for the Braves, starting off this matchup, Froud as pitcher, and Clark is the catcher for tonight. Kevin Clark, that is. Josh Kennelly playing at first base. Playing at second is Daniel Choi. And then at shortstop, number 5 for the Braves, third base rather, is Jeff Kerr. Playing at shortstop is Smilbert. And then Lachlan Varian at left field. Joel Betches is at centre field. And Ben Drew at right field, starting off defensively for the Braves. As we get this game underway, first pitch not too far away from starting, and now beginning is the left-hander in Drake Angeron. He's got a very good average this season, .367. He's had 18 hits so far this season. We're underway, left ball, and that ball is hit into foul territory to start things off. The Giants coming off a dominant win over Rockingham on Sunday, 11-3 that final score. Their best innings was the bottom of the 5th, where they netted 6. Ford now up against Angeron. Strike one, and taking the risk there, looking for the bunt to advance to first, but that one isn't to be. So a couple of foul balls to start things off for the Giants. We've got good drive all throughout their batting lineup. They have been the dominant team this season, and that's one of the reasons why. Angeron, Cooper, Santich, King through the first 4 spots. A miss hit there, but it's a ground ball from Angeron. And that is going to be thrown to first. It's a close call. That is out. And that was brilliantly fielded by the man down there at third base. It was Kerr. Flicking the first out of the night. At the top of the first, the New Giants now get their first out. And next at bat is Ethan Cooper. Ethan Cooper got 4 hits in that game on Sunday and 2 of their 11 runs in that big win over Rockingham. First strike, 0-1 the count for Ford against Cooper. Ford's got a very good fast ball. He really gets a lot of speed on it, but that one just wide of the plate. 1-1-1 count at the moment. Angeron and Cooper both left-handers to start things off in tonight's game. Cooper, miss-hit, but that one's into fair territory. But that one is going to be ruled foul as it bounces past the foul line, and that will bring Cooper back to home plate. And following Cooper, the batting lineup is like this: Santich, King, Summers, Nicholas Riley, Chris King, Owen Pilcher, Daniel Stevenson and Tom Bailey. In that order for the Wanneroo Giants in tonight's game. 1-2 the count. It's a ground ball out towards first. And it's going to be taken by Ford, and that's going to be the second out. It's 1-2 down for the Giants at the top of the first. This is a good start for the Braves. Able to get those early outs. Put the Giants under a little bit of early pressure. In comes Jacob Santich.
For the lefties, if you think you can get to that ball, stay back a bit.
Playing at second base when the Giants take to the field. Santich, he too has got a pretty good average. 4.52 in the 13 games that he's played. He's had 10 runs this season. That one's a miss hit into foul territory. 2 ground-outs to start things off for Wanneroo. Can Santich get some drive from the top of the lineup? Like I said, he's had 10 runs this season. 14 RBIs as well to go with it. Had a good season so far. That's a ground ball out towards second base, and that'll be 3 up, 3 down to start things off. So a good start for the Braves. Can they back it up with the bat? It is 0-all as we go to the bottom of the first.
With a history of going the extra mile, Harcher has been a trusted wholesale distributor since 1986. Regional service and supply is what we do best, and you'll find everyone's favourite drinks, snacks, confectionery, and so much more, all here ready to deliver. Just tell us how we can help today.
Delivered together is our motto here at Harcher, because from our friendly customer service reps to our super reliable delivery drivers, we believe teamwork really does make the dream work. So if your dream is a wholesale supplier who'll always put you first, you've made the right call. See what we're all about at harcher.com.au.
Bottom of the first here at Empire Ballpark as we welcome you back to Friday Night Lights. Wanneroo and the Braves. Top 2 clash in round 11 of this State League competition. All thanks to our great partners at Harcher, title sponsors for 2023-24. Wanneroo are out on the field. We'll take a look at their lineup as it plays defensive setup tonight. Of course, there you see number 15, Tom Bailey, the starting pitcher for tonight. The catcher is Chris King. Out at first base is Nicholas Riley. Out at second base is Jacob Santich. Out on third is Daniel Stevenson. On shortstop is Dawson Summers. And at left field is Ethan Cooper. Drake Angeron playing at centre field tonight. And Owen Pilcher at right field for this game. Starting at bat for the Braves will be Jeff Kerr. Number 28 for the Braves. At left field last Sunday in their very close win over UWA. It required an extra inning. It was a walk-off homer for the Braves side to get them into that 5-4 win and take their second win in a row at the expense of the heartbroken Magpies. Kerr had 4 at-bats and only had the 1 hit. Was struck out twice. And Kerr, not too much of a bad average. He's got .214. And he's only played the 5 games this season. His 6th appearance for the Braves in this competition. Slightly wide of the plate there from Bailey. And that'll be 1-0 the count. Great conditions here at Empire Ballpark. Ideal under the Friday night lights. About 26 degrees. And he goes for the fences, does Kerr, but he comes up empty. 1-1 the count. Kerr, Betches and Clark, first 3 due in for the Braves. Was caught looking there was Kerr. Strike 2 signalled by the home plate umpire. Braves 11 wins, 1 loss and 1 tie. And Kerr swings for the fences, but he's struck out by Bailey. And he knows it. He's disappointed. And that is the first out for the Braves. Good fastball there by Tom Bailey. Got that one a little bit high as well. Tempted Kerr to really swing for that one. Was deceived by the height. Bailey just had enough pace on that one to send Kerr back to the dugout. Betches gets a ground ball out towards third base. It goes past. And he will acquire a single first base hit of the night. Betches with his first at-bat. He gets a good ground ball past third, and it's taken by Cooper at left field. Betches hits that one towards first base. He gets a base hit, and now at-bat. 3 spot there is Kevin Clark. Kevin Clark also averaging well this season, just over .3. 21 at-bat appearances he's had this season. He's scored 4 runs, 5 RBIs. Throughout this 2023-24 competition. one of the keys at the top of the order for the Braves this season. Swayed away from that one. Clark was caught looking, however, so that'll be 0-1. Getting a lot of height, those fastballs, Tom Bailey, tending to go to the corner of the plate here. Betcher's looking to lead it off first here. Trying to swing for the fences, did Clark, but miss-hit. That is into foul territory, 0-2 the count. The Braves looking to get that first scoring threat of this game. Wanneroo, they were 3 up and 3 down, just like that. Braves, they don't want to suffer the same fate considering how well they started on the field. A couple of ground outs. And that's a good hit by Clark out towards left field. Netting the easy catch is Cooper. And not risking the double play opportunity. So that's a fly ball there from Clark. It's easily caught by Cooper. And that'll send the Braves into a difficult position. 2 outs. And a player stuck on first. And the next one is James Smilbert. Shortstop position out on the field. Smilbert had the 8 hits so far this season. He's had the 8 runs as well in 11 games. A pick-off attempt there from Bailey, but looks like Betcher's at first was safe. Bailey just keeping his opponent there in line. Make sure he doesn't lead off too far from first. Betcher's making the attempt to advance to second, and he does. He is safe at second. That's a brilliant piece of play. That strike will count, however. That was a good pitch from Bailey, but would have kept Joel Betcher's honest there when trying to advance to second. Betcher's just had a little too much speed, and he was able to advance to second with great ease. So a player on second. First and third unoccupied. Good ground ball from Smilbert. Fielded by the man at shortstop. Out to first. And that will be 3 outs for the Braves. That's the end of the first. It is still 0-0 here at Empire Ballpark. We'll be back with the top of the second after this.
Good Sports provides a great deal of assistance to all associations.
We're extremely lucky that we've got an organisation like Good Sports that provide us with the education to implement the right policies.
The guidelines and resources that are available to us free of charge on the website are fantastic. Easy to navigate, amazing to use, an excellent source of information for our members and our volunteers.
Good Sports has been great because they've been able to provide us a guideline to follow, and it's been a lot easier rather than setting something up from scratch. We've also been able to promote our club and get new members in and sponsors, and to know that we're doing the best we can for the community.
The legal requirements to operate a sporting association are many and varied. Good Sports provides simple, straightforward procedures to ensure that we comply with those obligations.
Welcome back to Empire Ballpark. We're at the top of the second in this first versus second clash between the Giants and the Braves. The Braves are back out on the field and now heading towards the plate is the Giants' designated hitter, Ben King, wearing the number 55. 14th game for the Giants this season. Second most runs for the team in this competition, 15, just the one behind Drake Angeron, who's got 16. The Giants, after the top of the first, they were 3 up and 3 down, and looking to get a little bit more productivity from the middle of the order. Most Fraud goes with another fast ball to King, and that one's into foul territory. Wanneroo aiming to keep their unbeaten record intact. They've won their first 13 of the season. They've been in dominant form. The Braves, very explosive side in both pitching and batting, but they've got some tremendous fielders, especially those in the outfield, Varian, Betches and Drew. And second one into foul territory in the meantime from King. 0-2 the count. Broad change of pace there, but that one just a little wide of the centre of home plate, and that'll be a ball this time. And King swings and misses. He's gone. That's one out just like that for the Giants. Next up is going to be Dawson Summers. Another left-hander. Well, the Wanneroo Giants, Dawson Summers, 12 games he's played so far this season. Another good average. Wanneroo's batting depth has been very, very good this season. Dawson Summers is another illustration of such. 0.3 this season. Ground ball out towards second base, and that's easily going to be out. Good throw from second out towards first. And that's where Kennelly is occupying first base. And that'll be 2 outs for the Giants. Nicholas Riley with his first at-bat for this game. Froud has been pitching very, very well thus far. 13 pitches and 11 strikes. That's a tremendous ratio that he's had so far this season. Riley caught looking at that one. 0-1 the count. Could this be another 3 up, 3 down for the Giants? Froud has been pitching tremendously well. That one a little bit low. 1-1 the count. Ground ball out towards shortstop. And that one is going to easily be fielded out towards first. Kennelly tags, and that's going to be a 3 up, 3 down. Once again for the Giants. Still 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the second here at Empire Ballpark. Right after this break, it's Friday Night Lights, first versus second on Friday night.
You know, my dad always said, you are what you repeatedly do. You don't have to have all the talent in the world to be a great athlete. It's all about the hustle. I've come so far. A baseball player works 365 days out of the year. It's not 170 games and then they're done. It's that grind you got inside of you to not want to fail.
We'd like to send a shout out to one of our major partners for 2023-24, Fielder's Choice. It's Australia's #1 diamond sports equipment leader, featuring brands from Mizuno, Rawlings and Louisville Slugger. It is your #1 place for all baseball equipment. It's located in Kewdale, 341 Orrong Road, Kewdale, 6105. It is open weekdays and of course on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and you can go on to www.fielders.net for all your baseball equipment needs.
I don't have any today, Trent. Did you actually go?
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Still 0-0 at the bottom of the second between the Giants and the Braves. It's been a game that has so far been controlled by the pitchers and the fielders. And you'd have to say the Braves just got a little bit of that extra wave of momentum. They were able to get some productivity at least from the top of their lineup. They got a couple of base hits. Joel Betches able to advance to second, but that's really the only scoring threat that any team in this game has produced so far tonight. And next up is going to be Josh Kennelly for the Braves, batting at the #5 position, playing at first base out on the field. Kennelly swings and misses. 0-1 the count. Kennelly, bit of a difficult season. His average .167. He has been able to get 5 runs this season. He's been struck out 9 times, however. Well, what's he going to do here? Can he start the manufacturing process, step by step, piece by piece? Getting some scoreboard impact for the Braves. He struck out again. Tom Bailey, he wants to have a major say in this game. Bailey, another fast ball, but this time a little too low. Almost getting the feet of Josh Kennelly there. 1-2 the count. Tom Bailey, for that matter, up to this game, before this game, he had 18 strikeouts this season, and you could make that 19. Brilliant fast ball there from Tom Bailey. He sends Kennelly back to the dugout, and that is 1 out in a flash. That's 20, I should say. That's his second strikeout of the night. So 20 strikeouts for Bailey this season. Equal second for the Giants in the competition. Next up at bat is Ben Drew. Playing in right field tonight. 0-1 again the count. Again, that one right down the middle from Tom Bailey. 0-2. Can he make it 3 for tonight? Bailey staring down Drew and at the centre of the plate. Fastball mistimed. That one's into foul territory. Well, Drew just letting himself off the hook there. Look ahead to a couple of the big games which are taking place on Sunday in just a little bit. A big day of State League action as we head towards half distance. This 2023-24 State League competition. That one a little close to the body. To the right corner of home plate, 1-2. Bailey again with the pace. That one's flown out towards shortstop, and that is easily caught by Summers. Summers taking the easy catch to send Drew back to the dugout. 2 outs for the Braves at the bottom of the second. And in comes Cody Parkinson, the designated hitter. Almost at the end of the second inning, and both sides haven't gone through even half of their lineup. It goes to show that this game has been dominated early on by both pitchers, Bailey and Froud, for the respective sides. 1-0 the count. That one's popped high, but it's into foul territory. Parkinson this season, at the 9 games this season. This is his 10th appearance in the competition. He's got 4 runs and 5 RBIs. So far this season, Parkinson facing the raw pace of Bailey. A ground ball out towards second. It's easily going to be fielded by Santich. Out to Riley at first. And that is going to be another 3 up, 3 down for the Braves. And it's still 0-0 after 2 here on Friday Night Lights. It's the battle between first and second. Back with the third right after this. Top of the third here on Friday Night Lights, live from Empire Ballpark. It is still 0-0. It's been a game so far controlled by the sides' respective pitchers, Bailey and Froud. Also, good ground fielding by the sides. Come a moment where the because of getting that scoreboard threat will come into play. So far, we haven't seen any of that. Still early days in this game. We're at the top of the third. It's Chris King at the plate. Swings and misses. Froud has been absolutely tremendous from the mound this season. Tonight, this is where he really can prove himself as a big game pitcher, especially against a very strong batting lineup of the Wanneroo Giants. Their depth absolutely explosive, but what he's been able to do is really nullify the influence of a batting lineup like the Giants, who can get some productivity from all of their lineup. So far, it hasn't been the case from the Giants' point of view. 2-1 the count, or 1-2 the count rather. And that one just ricocheted off the bat and out towards out to the body of Chris King. And he's able to shake that one off and step up to the plate once again. 1-2 the count at the top of the third. Change of pace there from Froud, and that ball is into foul territory from King. Another foul from King, this time going into the stands. A couple of big games coming up on Sunday. Swan District's taking on Vic Park Belmont. That one is a game for 5th place. That one at Forster Park on Sunday afternoon. That one should be a beauty. Rockingham taking on Morley from Crimea Park. That one ricocheted off the feet there, but that is ruled as a strike. He did swing at that one, did Chris King, and that is the first out for the Giants. Looks like it's going to be Owen Pilcher. Daniel Stevenson, rather. See the number 5, Daniel Stevenson. Usually playing at third base. Stevenson at bat. He's going to be facing the speed of Froud. He gets that one into foul territory. As we were saying early on, a couple of big games in this 11th round. Rockingham and Morley from Crimea Park. Wanneroo, they play again on Sunday, this time against Perth, who are back into some form. They won their last 5 games. Make no mistake about it, they are pretty much at this time a revitalised side after an early season slump. At one stage they were about 8th or 9th on the ladder. They are really back into playoff contention. Also on the Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, UWA also playing. That's a ground ball, and that's an error there from Kerr. That's going out to left field. Will Stevenson make the advance to second? No, he's going to play it safe and head to first. That could be the little spark that the Giants need. It'll be Stevenson at first. And Kerr, that's a rare fumble from him out at third. And this time it's going to be Owen Pilcher. Make his way to the plate. It's his first at bat. Was caught looking at that one. Strike one. Froud with plenty of speed with that right arm. Those fast balls can really catch this Giants side unawares. Pilcher gets that ball out towards shortstop. Will we see a double play here? It's going to be close. Safe at first. Pilcher is safe at first. Attempting the double play there from 6-4-3 on that one, but not to be, at least for Stevenson. He is safe. Pilcher rather, he is safe. And Stevenson, well, he's back to the dugout attempting to advance to second. Next up, Drake Angeron, his second at-bat. That's a ground ball past second base. And taking that one at centre field is Benches, but Angeron is now on second. So we've got players on first and second for the Giants. The first real scoring threat by the first place Wanneroo Giants. Next up, another left-hander. for Wanneroo. His second at bat this time. It's going to be Ethan Cooper. Ethan Cooper 0 for 1 so far. Wide of the plate goes Froud, and that is going to be 1-0. Right down the middle this time. Cooper just caught looking at that one. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Giants in a very good position here, but they're down to their last out. They've got players on first and second. Attempted to swing at that one was Cooper. Just a bit wide of the left corner of the plate there for the left-hander. 2-1. Now just having a look at second base. He goes for it. 3-1. Could be a pivotal moment here. If he draws the base on balls, does Cooper, we could get bases loaded for the first time in the match. We'll put Wanneroo in a very ideal position to get the scoreboard ticking. Froud, he goes wide. He's going to draw the base on balls. So we have got bases loaded for the first time in this match. Cooper on first. Andrew on second. And Pilcher on third. And stepping up to the plate is Jacob Santich. With this team in a very good position here to get some productivity on the scoreboard. Some manufactured runs. They're doing it piece by piece here, the Giants. Santich lets that one go, but was caught looking. Strike one. Braves with a deep field here. They've got to go a little bit more shallow. They've got to bring players from first, second and shortstop a little bit closer, because if Santich is able to get that ground ball, and one of those players from second or at shortstop can easily field that ground ball and enforce that third out. Santich, he's just got to time this one to perfection, whether it be a ground ball or a fly out towards the outfield. Santich leaving that one. 2-1 the count. Final moment in this game. At the top of the third. Santich. That one's into foul territory. And Andrew on there just enthusiastically looking to advance the third, but that one was into foul territory, so he'll have to go back. Cooper having to go back to first. Froud now staring down at Santich. A little bit of a lead there, Pilcher, with a bit of an early lead from third base. We got a full count, 3-2. Full count here at the top of the third. Again, Pilcher looking for that lead. We've got a couple of leads, but there's going to be a base on balls, and the Giants will score. So that will be Pilcher advancing from third to home base, and the Giants with the lead. And the Braves will call a time. Have a bit of a delay in the game. I'll just be having a chat, the Braves fielders, to their pitcher in Campbell Froud, just to make sure he regains his focus. He's been a bit all over the shop, it has to be said, after a good early start. It looks like we're not going to have a change of pitcher. They're going to keep Froud there, just to make sure that he keeps his focus and keeps his composure at this stage in the game. He had a good start from the mound, got some good strikeouts, put the Giants under a bit of pressure. But at the moment, to be frank, it's been a bit all over the shop. Bases remain loaded. And this time, At bat is Ben King. Designated hitter, 0 for 1. Wanneroo in a very good position in this game. They've got the early lead. Can they extend it? This time, very, very close, but that one's right up the middle again. 0-2 the count. Vital pitch coming up to stop the scoring pressure here. It's popped out towards first. Standing underneath it is Kennelly. Will he net the catch? Yes, he will. And that's a reliever for the Braves. 3 outs, but the Giants have the lead. 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third on Friday Night Lights. Right after this, the Giants with the 1-0 lead. I'd like to thank, of course, our partners TGE, of course, Garment Exchange, Caper, America, All Eastern Athletic, Badger Sports and Garb Athletics, great partners for the Baseball WA State League for 2023-24. And we also like to thank 1623 Baseball, another one of our great partners in this season's Harcher State League baseball competition.
You know, my dad always said, you are what you repeatedly do. You don't have to have all the talent in the world to be a great athlete. It's all about the hustle. I've come so far. A baseball player works 365 days out of the year. It's not 170 games and then they're done. It's that grind you got inside of you to not want to fail.
Welcome back to Empire Ballpark. Friday Night Lights in prime time. The Giants with a 1-0 lead after Pilcher was able to advance on balls as Froud pitched that 4-ball count. Pilcher was able to advance to home plate and score the first run of the night. But then a big relieving out there. Fly out towards first base. Netting the easy catch there was Kennelly. King flying out in foul territory to first baseman Kennelly. And now the Braves back out onto the plate, looking to restore a little bit of that momentum. Daniel Choi is first up at the bottom of the third. And he's going to be facing the raw speed of Tom Bailey. That is an absolute cracker to start things off. Pace, pace, pace from Tom Bailey. Bailey has struck 2 out tonight. He's played tremendously well from the mound thus far. And another one right down the middle. This time a little bit lower. 0-2. Bailey looking to inflict more damage from the mound. Oh, and that one's hit on the body. And that's going to be an instant walk to first. That is, dare I say it, a rare blunder from Bailey. That one was right at the body of Choi, and that draws an instant walk to first. So Lachlan Varian is next up. His first at bat for this game. Only played the 8 games up to this point. His 20th plate appearance of this season. Lets that one go, caught looking. And that'll be 0-1 this time. If you're just joining us for the first time on streamer.com.au, live coverage of Friday night State League baseball action. It's the Wanneroo Giants looking to win their 14th straight game. They lead 1-0 against the explosive Brave side. Pick-off attempt there from Bailey, thrown to first. Choi being kept honest there, but he's safe at first. One there. Bailey looking to pick Choi off at first again. Kept safe there, Choi, with that advanced lead off from first. Bailey keeping Choi honest, as I said. Letting that one go. 1-1. Standings of the competition up to this point in time. We talked about Wanneroo and the Braves occupying the top 2 spots. Morley currently in 3rd. They're on a 3-game winning run. Perth at the moment. We're looking to make it 6 wins in a row this weekend against the Giants. A good ground ball out towards third base. Safe. No, it's out. It is out. Choi caught just short of second base. Well, that was a brilliant throw there from the number 3 in Summers. And got the one at second. And Choi just short of second base. And that brings the first out for the Braves at the bottom of the 3rd. And now, they're going through the second rotation of their lineup. In comes Jeff Kerr. Varian this time almost picked off. Talk about a close call. Kerr with his second at bat, 0 for 1. Facing Bailey. And again going for the pick-off on Varian. Varian let off the hook again. He's flirting with danger, is Varian. Little glance to the left there again from Bailey. He's got to keep his focus on Kerr. This side leading 1-0. Good fastball, kept a little bit low. But that is good enough for the home plate umpire to signal the first strike. Bailey now, what is he going to do here? Will he go for that pick-off or will he go out towards Kerr? That's a good ball past first base. That's going to allow Varian to go past second. He's going to advance to third. That's a good double there from Varian, and Kerr goes to first. Brilliantly timed by Kerr. Going over first base, a good ball. Really punching that one out towards right field. And that's going to give Kerr the go-ahead to advance to first, and Varian to advance to third. First real scoring threat for the Braves in this game. It's come at a vital time for a chance for them to restore some momentum. Players on first, players on third. Betches is next up. His second at bat, 1 for 1. Big moment in this game for the Braves. He lets that one go, but called strike. Bailey going straight on Betches, out towards second base. Sliding in there is Kerr. He goes to second. Betches goes to first. And a score for the Braves. This time it's Varian. He advances to home plate and he levels it up. That's the answer that the Braves needed. And they tie it all up at the bottom of the third. We've now got players on first and on second. Next up is Clark. Letting that one go is Clark. It looked like it was a bit close to the body there, but that's good enough still for the home plate umpire for strike one. Clark, he's a powerful hitter. Good average this season, as I said at the beginning of our broadcast, 0.3 this season. And he gets caught looking at that one. Well, they're going for those hard fastballs, Bailey. Going a little closer to the body, but making sure he is still inside the plate to go for those strikes. You see Clark there just moving away from that fastball, but still standing in the batter's box. And that is this time wide of the plate, just on the inside corner. 1-2 the count. Betches on first, Kerr on second. They've levelled it up at the bottom of the third, 1-1. That one just a little bit higher this time. 2-2. We were talking earlier, Perth 5 wins in a row in fourth. We mentioned earlier with the standings of the competition after 10 rounds. Vic Park, Belmont and Swan District still in that tight fight for 5th place, with Vic Park, Belmont currently occupying 5th. And that is going to be a hard ground ball out towards third, looking for the double play, but Clark is safe. Out goes Kerr, sacrificing third to allow Clark to advance to first. That is 2 outs. Now, next at bat is Smeebert. Smybert, rather. 2 outs at the bottom of the third. Braves levelling it up, 1-1. Well wide of the plate there, just to the right-hand side. 1-0 the count. Smybert facing Bailey, who started very well from the mound. Just got a couple of wide ones in there. He's still able to throw a very good fastball there. That one too. Towards the centre, a little more inside. 1-1. Bailey just glancing at second. And that one's popped high, out towards third base. Is it going to be caught, or is it going to go into foul territory? That's fumbled by the player at third in Stevenson, but that was into foul territory, so Smybert is let off the hook. That would have been a big, big chance for Wanneroo to relieve themselves with that third out. But the ball just slipped away from Stevenson. So Smybert now will have another chance at the plate, the left-hander. Scored 8 runs so far this season. And that one again is popped high by Smybert. And again, that one's going to go into foul territory and just over the Giants' dugout. Almost went into the stands there. That got plenty of air. But again, just like that last one, it is fouled. Real tense time in this game. 1-1, bottom of the third, Friday Night Lights, prime time at its best. The Giants with the early lead at the top of the third, and then the Braves at the bottom were able to level it. This time a ground ball out towards first, and brilliantly done there by the man out at second. And that's going to be 3 outs, with Smybert unable to advance to first, falling short, and Riley able to inflict the third out. Scores are level after 3. It is 1-1 between the Giants and the Braves. We'll have the top of the fourth after this.
Good Sports provides a great deal of assistance to all associations.
We're extremely lucky that we've got an organisation like Good Sports that provide us with the education to implement the right policies.
The guidelines and resources that are available to us free of charge on the website are fantastic. Easy to navigate, amazing to use, an excellent source of information for our members and our volunteers.
Good Sports has been great because they've been able to provide us a guideline to follow, and it's been a lot easier rather than setting something up from scratch. We've also been able to promote our club and get new members in and sponsors, and to know that we're doing the best we can for the community.
The legal requirements to operate a sporting association are many and varied. Good Sports provides simple, straightforward procedures to ensure that we comply with those obligations.
You're back with us on Empire Ballpark Friday Night Lights here on streamer.com.au. It's the big stage, the big game of round 11. It is the Giants and the Braves. We are level at 1-1 as we go to the top of the fourth. Next up for the Giants at bat is going to be Dawson Summers, another left-hander. He's going to be facing Campbell Froud. Important part of this game now. Both teams have scored once. The momentum again is even. Who's going to really break out and get that scoring threat from this point in the match? Only time will tell. Right down the middle. Oh, and 1 the count. 1-1 rather. Summers pops that high towards left field, but that is into foul territory. One and two. Summers up to the plate. Lets that one go. Just a little bit wide. Ball 2. Summers looking to swing for the fences. And that is into foul territory just by the Braves dugout. Only about 26 degrees at the present time, and that one was almost a grubber. This time, the home plate umpire just letting that one off. Three and 2. Ball 3 ruled by the umpire. And that one again wide of the plate. There's a bit of a discussion. It looked like it was ball 4. And it is. Looks like it was ball 4. My sheet here in front of me, it was ball 4. Summers is going to draw first base on balls there. So Summers will advance to first, and that'll bring up Nicholas Riley to the plate. So again, they're looking to go piece by piece here, the Giants, as they did at the top of the third in their last scoring drive, drawing that first run. It is well wide of the plate, and the Braves again call a time. 1-0 the count at the top of the fourth. Froud just having a chat there with Braves catcher in Kevin Clark. Just helping him regain his focus after the strong start that he had behind the mound, or on the mound. Nicholas Riley playing at first base in tonight's game. Riley lets that one go. That time it was a strike. But another good fastball, and again right down the middle. Froud, if he can get more of those, really shut down the drive of this Giants batting lineup, could go a long way to winning this game. As Riley rather, fouls into the stands. close to the legs there. And that will draw a ball this time, 2-2. 1-1 is the score between the Giants and the Braves. First versus second on the State Baseball League ladder. Very tight, intense game at the moment. Again, Riley gets that one into foul territory. King had a half swing at that one, but he got caught looking at it. And he's going back to the dugout. That's strike 3. And Froud, that's the way he started, getting those vital strikeouts, and he's getting back into some good form. Here's Chris King for the Giants. Swings and misses. 0 for 1 so far in this game. Summers still there on first. Looking to go for the bunt there was King, but didn't get it off the way he wanted. Into foul territory. The umpire just checking the dude there just near home plate. Get back underway. 0-2 the count. Still on that 1 out is the Giants at the top of the 4th. And he's gone. Froud went for the King went for the fences, but he came up empty. So 2 outs for the Giants, both from very good strikeouts from Campbell Froud. Next up is Daniel Stevenson. Froud doing a tremendous job on the mound. This time a little bit wide. 1-0. And again into foul territory, just off the bottom edge of the bat. 1-1. Froud's performance so far. His pitches to strikes ratio 63, and he's got 43 strikes out of it. And again going towards the right corner of the plate, but this time it is 2-1 the count. Summers still stuck on first. He's been able to get that ideal advance to second. That's all because of the man you're seeing at the left corner of your screen, Campbell Froud. He's been able just to really frustrate the Giants at the moment, but he himself is looking a little bit flustered. That was ball 3. 3-1 the count. Ooh, right down the middle, a little bit higher, and we've now got a full count. Will Froud be able to relieve the Braves of what could be a potential scoring drive from the Giants? Summers advancing to second. Ground ball this time from Stevenson out towards third. He may fall short, Stevenson. He does. That is out. Brilliant throw by the man at shortstop. And that'll bring an end to the top of the 4th. It is still 1-1 between the Giants and the Braves. Friday Night Lights here at the Empire Ballpark. Back with more shortly.
With a history of going the extra mile, Harcher has been a trusted wholesale distributor since 1986. Regional service and supply is what we do best, and you'll find everyone's favourite drinks, snacks, confectionery, and so much more, all here ready to deliver. Just tell us how we can help today.
Delivered together is our motto here at Harcher, because from our friendly customer service reps to our super reliable delivery drivers, we believe teamwork really does make the dream work. So if your dream is a wholesaale supplier who'll always put you first, you've made the right call. See what we're all about at harcher.com.au.
It is tight and tense here at Empire Ballpark as we welcome you back to Friday Night Lights on streamer.com.au. Still 1-1 between the Giants and the Braves as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Due in for the Braves, Kennelly, Drew and Parkinson. That first three. There hasn't been a lot of productivity as far as those base hits and runs are concerned. Only combined for 3 hits tonight, with the Giants, or the Braves rather, getting 2. Giants only getting 1 up to this point in time. It's been a game again, as I said a couple of times before, has been controlled by the pitchers. You see there, Tom Bailey, he's played a hand in it. Tom Bailey with that powerful fastball. He's had the better ratio in contrast to Froud. Bailey with 42 pitches for 33 in the strikes. So he's going through his warm-up here. A powerful right arm. Bailey, before this game, he had 18 strikeouts. He's now got 20 for the season. Considering beforehand, he only has pitched for 5 games. It's only his 6th as that starting pitcher for the season. But he's really delivered in spades when his team needed him the most. Here's Kennelly, stepping up to the plate, facing Bailey. And the first one is fouled over the stands and right out of the park. Looks at that one, does Kennelly. That is 0-2. Bit of a shake of the head there from Josh Kennelly, only briefly, but he knows he's got to get on with the business. Still level at 1-1. Braves looking to break the ice and take back the lead. But this pitching performance by Tom Bailey has been sensational. He's not really making it easy for the Braves batting lineup. And the same could be said for Campbell Froud, who's not making it easy for the Giants batting lineup. There's been some tremendous pitching from both of those throughout this game so far. And Kennelly swinging for the fences, and he's gone. And he can make that 3 strikeouts for the night for Tom Bailey, and he goes to 21 for the season. Now, facing the Bailey heat is Ben Drew. Playing from the 9 position, usually at right field. Drew is facing the pace of Bailey, and that one a little closer to the body. 1-0 the count. Tremendous ratio that Bailey's got at the moment, now 46 to 36. Drew just edging that one into foul territory. 1-1 the count. Ground ball, and that's going to be ruled as fair. Drew has a chance to make it a double. It is deep into the outfield. And Drew will net himself a double and advance to second. Brilliant line drive there past third. Ruled as fair. And that is going to be taken into account for the Braves. Now they've got a double, and they've got another chance now to get some productivity from the bottom half of their lineup. Here comes Parkinson. This is the best chance for the Braves at this point in time to take back the initiative in this game. Cody Parkinson, another that went 0-1. Just wide of the plate there. Parkinson, it's a fly ball out towards centre field. But who's going to want it this time? It is the man out at second base. Santic nets the catch, and that sends Parkinson on his way. That was a brilliant catch there. Santic kept his eye on the ball, running back from second base, and he makes a great catch. And that brings up Daniel Choi, with Drew still on second. Two outs at the bottom of the fourth. Letting that one go is Choi, but that's wide of the plate, and 1-0 will be the count. That one's going out towards shortstop. It was a good hit from Choi, but it looks like he's going to fall short of first. The throw came in from Summers out to Riley from shortstop to first, and that'll bring an end to the fourth inning of this game. It is still 1-1. The Giants and the Braves battling it out on the Friday Night Lights here at Empire Ballpark. Back with more after this.
You know, my dad always said, you are what you repeatedly do. You don't have to have all the talent in the world to be a great athlete. It's all about the hustle. I've come so far. A baseball player works 365 days out of the year. It's not 170 games and then they're done. It's that grind you got inside of you to not want to fail.
You're back live at Empire Ballpark. Harcher State Baseball League action continues. We're at the top of the fifth. And what is a very tight and tense encounter between the Giants and the Braves. Still 1-1. Both the sides' runs being scored in the third. And now Owen Pilcher is stepping up to the plate for the Giants. Campbell Froud on the mound. Big stage in this match. Froud. Looks like he almost went for a swing there, but that one hasn't been ruled a strike. That's a ball. 1-0 the count. Went a little low. The home plate umpire not putting that right arm out this time. 2-0. Again, going a little wide of the plate. 3-0. Pilcher tempted to go at that. He was looking. 3-1. 2023-24 Harcher State Baseball League approaching half distance for this season as Pilcher will draw the base on balls. He will walk to first. And now, Giants, who looks like we might go back to Drake Angeron. The left-hander. Yes, we do. So another rotation in the Giants lineup begins. Angeron, the left-hander. Pilcher on first. Again, going wide of the plate. There's Froud, 1-0 the count. Well, and that's a big hit by Angeron, but that's into foul territory. Varian looking to try and net the freakish catch there from left field. And that one was well out of his reach. Now going to Andrew. Looking to advance to second is Pilcher, and he does. Brilliant play there from Pilcher. He was able to put on the turbo when going from first to second, and he was able to do just that. Pilcher advancing to second. Andrew off the hook this time. That one just wide of the plate by millimetres. 2-2 the count. This time very wide. That forced the catcher in Clark to go to his left. Get that by a long way. Full count. Froud looking to get it a little bit tighter, maybe going to the centre of the plate. And that one ricochet off the edge of the bat there, right into the helmet of Clark. At least he's okay. Andrew on now. Really capitalise on this chance. Andrew on ground ball out towards second. He's going to fall short. Choi throws it to Kennelly at first and nets the first out. Hard ground ball there from Andron. And it was easily picked up by Choi. And he was able to make the throw out to Kennelly at first. And in the meantime, Pilcher was able to advance to third. And look at this field here. It's a shallow field this time for the Braves to fly out towards left. Will that be ruled as fair? No. And he's into foul territory by a very slim margin. That looked pretty close. And unbeknownst, as we were looking at that first out, almost unnoticed, Pilcher was able to advance from second to third. Now Cooper, who fouled in that first pitch from Cooper. 0-1 the count. A shallow field again from the Braves. Cooper swings and misses. 0-2. It's a good setup here from the Braves. Kennelly and Choi. Smybert and Kerr. All very close. Looking for that miss hit. But that's a fly ball. It's going to be enough. It's going to be close. But running in towards is Cooper. Well, in fact, that's Varian, I should say, to net the catch. And make it 2 outs for the Giants. Well, that shallow field setup from the 4 that we mentioned, Kennelly, Choi, Smybert and Kerr, really tempted Cooper to go for that fly over the infield. But he didn't spot Varian running in towards the ball from left field and taking a brilliant catch. Now it looks as though Froud is going to have a chat with the catcher in Clark and the manager of the Braves side. Hence the Braves have called time following that second out. 1-1 is the score. If you're just joining us here, Harcher State Baseball League action. And it looks as though, again, we're not going to have a change. Froud is going to remain. That chap must have come at a very good time. Pilcher is still on third. And if the next one at bat, Santich, is able to get a ground ball through the gap, it gives a chance for Pilcher to score. He does get a ground ball, and that's an error this time from Kennelly. That's going to allow Pilcher to advance to home and score. And the Giants take back the lead. At the top of the 5th, they now lead at 2-1. Now Ben King is next up. And that was wide of the plate again, 1-0. So Pilcher was able to reach home plate on that error from Kennelly. And that also provided Santich a chance to advance to first. Again wide, 2-0. The Giants able to just break away from that deadlock at the top of the 5th. Santich just moving away from that one, 3-0 again. Santich looking at that one. First strike, 3-1. Santich as he sprints to second. That's a fly ball out towards right field. Standing underneath it is Drew. He makes the catch, and that brings an end to the top of the 5th. The Giants, they did score, however, through Pilcher, and they take back the lead. 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th in Harcher State Baseball League action here at Empire Ballpark. Back with more after this. Welcome back to Empire Ballpark. We are at the bottom of the 5th in Harcher State Baseball League action Friday night under the Empire Ballpark lights. And it is 2-1 in the Giants' favour. The Giants looking to win their 14th straight game in this dominating season so far for Wanneroo. Braves, they are by no means out of it. But they've got to really counter the Giants piece by piece. Run manufacturing if they want to get back into this game. Lachlan Berrien is at the plate now. Really got to get the scoreboard ticking. They are facing the pressure, especially when you're up against this man, Tom Bailey. He's been devastating from the mound this season. He's showing that again tonight. As Berrien fouls that one out of the park. And usually around this time, when my colleague Guy Belair is alongside me, I'll give you some scores in other sports as well. We always like to give you all the vital information in the world of sport. But in the meantime, out at shortstop, that's brilliantly fielded by Summers at shortstop, and a good throw to Riley at first. And that brings the charge of Berrien to a halt. First out in a flash for the Giants. That's a good start. As I mentioned earlier, in the world of sport, if you're a Perth Wildcats fan, happy reading. 104-105 over the Sydney Kings. Nicely done by the Wildcats in what was a high-scoring contest against the reigning champions. So well done to the Wildcats. Here's Jeff Kerr. That one is just wide of the plate. 1-0. Kerr. 1 for 2 so far tonight. Fouling that one just with the top edge of the bat. 1-1-1 count on the board. We're at the bottom of the 5th if you're just joining us on streamer.com.au for the first time tonight. Prime time State League Baseball action, featuring the top 2 teams in the competition. The Giants and the Braves. Could they be destined to play off in the grand final series? Only time will tell. And oh, that was a scary one there. Looks like Kerr is all right. Kerr really had to duck at that one. Very, very close. He's just got an edge onto that one, and that went into foul territory. Bailey now looking to continue that fastball frenzy. That time just a little too high. 2-2. Looks like Jeff Kerr isn't flustered by what was a scary pitch the one before last. 2-2 the count. 1 out. Kerr, he's gone. And that is 2 outs for the Braves in a flash. First one being a ground out. Varian grounded out. Shortstop Summers was able to throw to first baseman Riley for that first one. And Kerr, well, he has struck out. And that is in fact for the second time in the match. And that brings in Betches. One and 0 the count. Oh, he swings for the fences, did Joel there. But he came up empty. 1 and 1. And again he swings for the fences. But that pace from Bailey is proving to be the difference so far in this little battle. When that one fouled just past the Braves dugout. Credit as well to the ground staff here at Empire Ballpark. The ground is once again in great condition for a big game like this under the lights. What has been quite another warm week here in Perth. We've had a couple of 35-degree days as well as some 40-degree days. But that pitch from Bailey was red hot, and that enforces the end of the bottom of the 5th. Another strikeout for Bailey. He's been in terrific form on the mound. That's the end of 5. The Giants leading the Braves 2-1 in Harcher State Baseball League action. We'll be back with the 6th very shortly.
With a history of going the extra mile, Harcher has been a trusted wholesale distributor since 1986. Regional service and supply is what we do best, and you'll find everyone's favourite drinks, snacks, confectionery, and so much more, all here ready to deliver. Just tell us how we can help today.
Delivered together is our motto here at Harcher, because from our friendly customer service reps to our super reliable delivery drivers, we believe teamwork really does make the dream work. So if your dream is a wholesale supplier who'll always put you first, you've made the right call. See what we're all about at harcher.com.au.
We are now at the 6th inning, the top of the 6th here on Harcher State Baseball League action. Friday night lights here at the Empire Ballpark. And the Giants still hold that 2-1 lead. after getting a vital run at the top of the 5th through Pilcher. But it is still anybody's game. Paul Persick with you in the commentary box here at Empire Ballpark. A warm Friday night. Primetime baseball at its best. Between the two best sides going at it in the 2023-24 season. Stepping up to the plate now for the Giants, Dawson Summers. Averaging very well prior to this game, .316. He's had a bit of a tough one, 0 for 1 to this point in the game. And he's going to face Campbell Froud. His pitch to strike ratio at this point in time is 89 to 57. I know the count to start things off at the 6th. Summers fouls that one near our commentary box. And that one just went back into the stands. Summers, one of many left-handers for the Giants side. Again, letting that one go. 2-1 the count. Summers went a little bit high. 3-1. Really going at it. Summers flies that one out towards centre field, running onto it is Betches, makes the catch. Brilliant catch. And that enforces the first out for the Giants. Summers makes his way back to the dugout. That was a pretty big hit, that fly out towards centre, but didn't get enough on it as Joel Betches ran towards the ball and netted the easy catch. Now stepping up to the plate is Nicholas Riley. Pretty close to the body there. And 1-0 will be the count. Riley just letting that one pass. Again, that one went wide. 2-0. Riley tend to swing at those that aren't in his vicinity. Riley just taking that cold strike. Again receiving a low one there from Froud. 3-1. Three and one's the count. Strike this time, right on the edge. Full count now for Riley. Well, he got one right on the line of the shoulder, and Riley's going to draw base on balls. And that'll bring him to first. Still on that one out is the Giants, and that's going to bring up Chris King. The assigned catch-up for the Giants, and Braves will again call time. This will be the third time that all of the infield will have a chat with Froud, just to see if Froud will again regain his composure, and we'll have a talk of tactics as well. What will emerge from this conversation? Manager there just giving Froud a little encouraging pat on the stomach. Just giving Froud that little extra motivation that they're still in this game. Very close, very tight. At the top of the 6th. King, 0 for 2. Froud is now at 100 pitches this game. They're looking for the pickoff on Riley, but Riley easily safe. Riley leads up towards second. Taking the strike there was King. Riley, he's safe. He's still second. Well, he's got fast wheels, is Riley. He was able to advance to second with ease, but taking the strike. In fact, it was a ball there. It was ruled just wide. We were keeping an eye on Riley as he made his advance to second. Now a 1-1-1 count. And that one go is Riley, King rather. Takes a second strike. That one going a little low. That's an error there from Clark, and that's going to allow Riley to steal third. Again, piece by piece, the Giants are able to construct some scoring threat. 2-2 the count now. And look at the setup here again from the Braves. Going shallow. That infield going a little closer to Chris King. They did the same thing with Ethan Cooper earlier, trying to tempt him to hit over the infield, but sucked him into a miss hit. Varian was able to get the catch on left field. Will it pay off again for the Braves? And that's a fly out towards right field. It's going to. Drew's standing underneath it and nets the catch. But however, here comes Riley advancing to home. Does he score? I think he does. Yes, he has. 3-1 the Giants lead. Well, we were looking there at that fly out towards right field where Drew made the easy catch. But all of a sudden, Riley came in leading off from third and he was able to score. And that gives the Giants an extra head of steam. And they lead at 3-1. And it looks like Froud is finished for the night. So we will have a change of pitcher. And who will it be? That's going to be the question. We see here, we see Choi on the mound, but we also see number 4 in Smyvett also on the mound and deliberating who is going to be that second pitcher. Last play, King with a sacrifice fly out to right field in Drew, who netted the easy catch. But unnoticed, Riley was able to advance to home plate and get the Giants' third run of the night. It looks like it's going to be Choi here. He's going through a couple of warm-up pitches. And according to my fact sheets here in front of me, looks like Choi's going to be pitching for the first time this season. The Braves so far this season have had 6 pitches, and Choi looks like he could be lining up to be the 7th. There are a couple of others on the mound as well. Looks like, judging by those warm-ups, it's Choi will be the second pitcher. Yes, it is. Just getting confirmation. Choi will be that second pitcher as he takes over from Froud. Next up to the plate for the Giants in the meantime is Daniel Stevenson. He is 0 for 2. The Giants have got that little head of steam, some breathing space at this stage in the game. They lead 3-1 at the top of the 6th. The Braves, now the pressure is well and truly on them. They've got 2 outs at their disposal. If they can get this third out and relieve themselves of any further pressure, but they've got to back it up with the bat. They've just lacked that necessary scoring drive. Their only run came at the bottom of the third. Choi in at pitcher for the Braves. who are looking for their third win in a row, but facing their biggest test against the unbeaten Giants. Here comes Stevenson to the plate. Off camera, Joy. What will he bring to the table from the mound? He goes low first up. And that'll be ruled as ball one. Joy goes to the torso there of Stevenson. He swings at it, but edges it into foul territory. Tries to deceive Stevenson there with a little dip late. That one is ruled as ball two. Stevenson flies that one into the stands. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Choi going towards Stevenson. That's a good drive, but that one just outside the foul area. Like to have been a good... Like to have been a pretty good hit if that one just went into fair. And that could have provided a great chance for Stevenson to maybe net himself another double to get another scoring threat going. 2-2-2. Choi going low again. He's not happy with it. Full count. In fact, that's a ball four. He's walking. Now Stevenson will draw first base on balls. Stevenson walks, and in comes Owen Pilcher. He's got 1 run to his name. Stevenson is looking to make a lead off from first to second. That's ruled as ball one from Choi. 1-0 the count, 2 outs. Two and 0. Pilcher. Right down the middle, further to the right-hand side. Ball 3. Just looking at Pilcher's stance here. You know, he really does lift that front leg really when the ball's going towards him. It's a bit of an open stance, and this is where he goes at it. Was tempted, but just deciding not to swing at that one. Got a couple of strikes at hand. And that one is popped high, out towards first. Kennelly standing underneath it, and he's going to net this one. And that's a big reliever for the Braves. But they trail 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th in Harcher State Baseball League action. It is 3-1 the Giants lead here at Empire Ballpark. Back with more after this.
You know, my dad always said, you are what you repeatedly do. You don't have to have all the talent in the world to be a great athlete. It's all about the hustle. I've come so far. A baseball player works 365 days out of the year. It's not 170 games and then they're done. It's that grind you got inside of you to not want to fail.
Without having to do it, training, you actually go.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Back live at Empire Ballpark, Harcher State League baseball action in full swing. Round 11 of the 2023-24 season. The Giants with a 3-1 lead. As we head to the bottom of the sixth, the Braves, the pressure is well and truly on them at this stage of the match. They trail 3-1. Their next three are 0 for 2. Clark, Spivert and Kennelly. And we've got a change of pitcher. Bailey's done for the night, but what a night he has had. That change of pitcher means we're having a look here. Looks like it's going to be number 8 in Bryce. So Bryce, has to be said, has been, alongside Meyer, one of the Giants' best pitchers this season. Up to this game, he's had 19 strikeouts and a good ERA of .818 in 10 games that he has played this season, with a good 4-0 record on the mound. But just starting a little bit wayward here, 2-0 the count. With Clark at the plate. This time, Bryce is able to get one right up the middle and make it 2-1. Clark swinging for the fences. That's into foul territory. Attempted to make the catch there was Santich, who is now the catcher for the Giants, with a couple of lineup changes. And that one's into foul territory as well. To the count now. Good ground ball past the infield, and Clark will advance to first. Brilliantly timed by Kevin Clark. Good ground ball past the infield, and he's able to make it to first. Good little start here by the Braves. The important thing is, can they maintain it? The pressure is on them, as I said, and they want to get those 2 runs and at least tie it. But ideally, they'd want to get 3 runs back and take this lead. And the Giants, through their pitching and brilliant ground fielding, they have really been the difference so far. Smybert swinging for the fences, but coming up empty. Strike 1. Bryce having a glance at second and first. Smybert was deceived there by the late change of pace. And he swung again, and nobody home. Strike 2. That good ability to change up the pace, does Bryce. Good variation with that right arm of his. Smybert fires that one into foul territory. Just onto the tent there, behind home plate. Got a high one this time. Smybert. 1-2 the count. Smybert just mistimes that ground ball out towards second, and that'll be out at first. At the double by the Giants. Double there from 6-3 on that one. 6-3 double play, enforcing 2 outs and putting even more pressure on the Braves. Next up is Josh Kennelly. Kennelly remaining stagnant there on the plate, taking the cold strike. Kennelly went for that one. Pretty close. It was ruled as a ball, just wide. Kennelly going for big here. That one is fouled right out of the park. Kennelly, mistimed ground ball, and he's going to throw to first, and that'll be an easy third out. The Giants taking back complete control of this game. They lead at 3-1 after 6 here at Empire Ballpark on Harcher State Baseball League action. We'll be back with the top of the 7th right after this.
Good Sports provides a great deal of assistance to all associations.
We're extremely lucky that we've got an organisation like Good Sports that provide us with the education to implement the right policies.
The guidelines and resources that are available to us free of charge on the website are fantastic. Easy to navigate, amazing to use, an excellent source of information for our members and our volunteers.
Good Sports has been great because they've been able to provide us a guideline to follow, and it's been a lot easier rather than setting something up from scratch. We've also been able to promote our club and get new members in and sponsors, and to know that we're doing the best we can for the community.
The legal requirements to operate a sporting association are many and varied. Good Sports provides simple, straightforward procedures to ensure that we comply with those obligations.
We head into the 7th inning now here at Empire Ballpark. Harcher State League baseball action. The Giants, they are in control of this game, it has to be said. They lead 3-1 as we head to the 7th. Could that have been the last little hope and momentum for the Braves? Well, that remains to be seen. Next up, Drake Andron. 1-3. 1 for 3 in this game. And he takes the strike first up. Time, leaving that one wide of the plate. Choi. 1-1 the count. And a miss hit. The foul territory behind home plate there. And that's a fly ball out towards second. There are a couple of players standing underneath it. The one at second is Varian. He takes the catch. And he makes the first out for the Braves. Andron again looking to swing for the fences at that one, but he popped it up high. And Varian easily ended that catch running from second base. Up to the plate. Here's another left-hander, Ethan Cooper. Ball first up. 1-0 the count. Need to split that one. Was Choi, but in the end just went a little too low. 2-0. This time right down the middle. 2-1. Wanneroo, should they seal this win tonight? 14 straight. And standing alone atop the ladder, Braves, if they can muster a comeback and steal this game, well, they'd only be a win behind the Giants in that top 2 position on the ladder. Cooper hits that one well, straight up the guts, out towards centre field. Cooper easily advances to first. Perfectly timed by Ethan Cooper. He was able to make the run up to first. And now next up, Santich. Spent a bit of time behind the home plate in that last inning as the catch-up. Santich pops that one high. It's back, way back, underneath it. Oh, it's a fumble this time by Betches. That's going to allow Cooper to advance to third, and a double for Santich in second. Well, that is a mistake that Oh, the Braves didn't want to have this late when the pressure was well and truly on them. It was a good hit by Santich. It looked to have gone the distance at first, but keeping his eye on the ball, to his credit, was Betches, but just couldn't let that one be fully grasped. Just letting that one slip. And a double each for Cooper and Santich. Santich on second, Cooper on third. Shallow field set up again from the Braves. 1-0 this time. Clark, Smybert, Varian and Kelly close to the infield, trying to stop that ground ball from King, who is up next as the designated hitter. Again going wide off the plate is Choi, 2-0. Braves trying everything they can to stop this scoring threat from going any further. This time into foul territory. Brief lead in there from Cooper from third, but that one is not to be. King facing Choi, possibility of drawing first base. Again having bases loaded. Choi's really got to get this one down the middle. He does. That's a ground ball. Fumble by the player at shortstop. And advancing to home plate is Cooper. He scores. And again, Wanneroo further asserting their control of this game. They now extend their advantage to 4-1. And King will occupy first. And it looks like Santich will occupy third. And they've still got only one out at their disposal, the Giants. They are now clicking into gear. And a ball this time and allowing King to advance to second. And a fumble there by Parkinson, who is now the Braves catch-up in this seventh inning. Let that one slip. And King easily advancing to second. In comes Summers. Left-hander. In the meantime, players on second, players on third. That one was another high one. Again, going high, just in line with the shoulder of Summers. 3-0. Summers this time taking the cold strike. Right at the centre of the plate. 4-1, 4-1 the scoreline. The Giants asserting their control of this game. Time 3-2, we've got a full count. Summers, will he be tempted to swing for the fences? Clark and Kennelly going shallow, staying deep, Varian and Smybert. Summers, ground ball out towards second, and Summers is gone, but however, going to home plate and scoring is Santich, make that 5-1 to Wanneroo. Well, they've scored 2 at the top of the seventh. And they are looking the goods to take win number 14. Remaining at third is King. Next up is Nicholas Riley. That last play, Summers grounding out. Varian from second base able to make the throw to Kennelly. Santich in the meantime scoring. King advancing to third. Next up, Nicholas Riley, as I said. Looks as though Wanneroo, they're on the way to win number 14 this 2023-24 campaign. King on third. Riley looking to lead off with that bunt. He was going for it. Just the way he was able to advance forward in the batter's box. And there he does again. But that ball this time is a little wide. 1-1. Strike two this time from Choi. Troy looking to get that relieving strike out, but again, that one just to the right corner of the plate. 2-2. Well, that's a big hit from Riley. And that one's into foul territory. 3-2. Again, a full count. Could this next pitch send Nicholas Riley walking to first? Well, that's a good line ball from Riley, driving it ground. And King will advance to home and score, further extending the lead for Wanneroo, 6-1. Well, King might have just put the icing on the cake with this one. And going to first is Riley. With that ground ball single from Riley. And it looks like we have got Burke for the Giants. He's out there replacing Bailey. And it looks like we're going to have a second change of pitcher. So Choi, it looks like he's going to go to left field. It's part of a couple of lineup changes for the Braves this late in the match. That's the Braves having called time. Manager just having a chat with a couple of his players. And from what we can see here, in the commentary box, it might be Kerr. That is going to be the third pitcher for the Braves in this game. Looks like he is going to go for some warm-up pitches, so it will be Kerr. It will be the third pitcher for the Braves in tonight's match. Mentioned earlier, other games in this 11th round of competition as we begin summer here in Western Australia. Big games on Sunday. Vic Park, Belmont and Swan Districts playing a double at Forster Park. An interesting battle, that one. Tight race for fifth place. Wanneroo taking on a revitalised Perth. Perth looking to make it, in turn, 6 wins in a row. If they can get the job done. Wednesday night here at Empire Ballpark, 5 days' time. UWA taking on Rockingham. And that one should be a tantalising encounter, even though both sides are at the bottom of the ladder and want to get a little bit of respectability into their campaigns. And of course, after December 17's fixtures, the teams break for Christmas and New Year's before the action restarts on the 7th of January. Kerr. Kerr now going at it with Burke. Giants on their last out. Riley leading to second, and he makes the easy steal. He advances to second. The Giants making this look easy at this stage in the game. They were held quite well in the first 3. The Giants have been able to get 3 on the board at the top of the 7th. And Burke is going to be walking. He draws the base on balls. So Burke on first, Riley on second. And here comes Daniel Stevenson for his next at-bat for Wanneroo. Swing out of the way there is Stevenson. 1-0. That one a little bit high there is Kerr. They need this third out, the Braves, just to relieve themselves of the scoring threat the Giants have manufactured on them. They've been able to get 3 at the top of the 7th. Have the Giants, and that's possibly the one that could have got them home in this game. 2-2-2 is the count for Kerr. Going plenty of pace on that one, but that one just to the left corner. Outside corner of the plate there. Full count this time. Players advancing, but to no avail. Into foul territory. Riley and Burke looking to advance to third and second respectively. But that Stevenson foul has brought them back. Again, they're going to be leading off. Brilliant hit by Stevenson out towards left field. It looks like we could see another home run, another run being scored here, this time by Riley. He advances home and he scores. So I make that 7-1 for Wanneroo. They are in supreme command in this game. Win number 14. Well, he's beckoning. In comes Owen Pilcher. Just edging that one into foul territory. Stevenson on first, Burke on third. Swings and misses. Does Pilcher. Strike 2. Too high there from Kerr this time. 1-2 the count. And swinging for that one was Pilcher. Comes up empty. And he is struck out. We go to the bottom of the 7th with the Giants with a big lead, 7-1, having scored 4 at the top of the 7th. The Braves, what can they do? Only time will tell. We go to the bottom of the 7th after this break here at Empire Ballpark.
With a history of going the extra mile, Harcher has been a trusted wholesale distributor since 1986. Regional service and supply is what we do best, and you'll find everyone's favourite drinks, snacks, confectionery, and so much more, all here ready to deliver. Just tell us how we can help today.
Delivered together is our motto here at Harcher, because from our friendly customer service reps to our super reliable delivery drivers, we believe teamwork really does make the dream work. So if your dream is a wholesale supplier who'll always put you first, you've made the right call. See what we're all about at harcher.com.au.
Without having to do it, right? You actually go.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Welcome back to Empire Ballpark. Harcher State League baseball action on this warm Friday night here in the West. The Giants in command, leading 7-1. The bottom of the 7th. First up onto the plate is Ben Drew for the Braves as he lets that one go. That was a bit of a wide one. 1-0. The Giants, 3 outs away from making it 14 wins in a row. What has been, what we didn't expect as far as the outcome of the game is concerned, to be a real blowout late in the game. We're expecting it to be tight and tense all the way, with these sides being at the top 2 of the ladder. But the Giants, well, they are showing why once again that they are the favourites to take out the title in 2023-24 at this stage in the season, as that one from Drew is into foul territory. And this time Drew fouls the front of the Braves dugout. And leaving that one is Drew, and he's gone. Strike 3. And that is 1 out for the Giants. Bryce quite delighted with that one. And this will bring up the designated hitter, Cody Parkinson. Bryce, that was his first strikeout of the night. With that in mind, he goes up to 20 this season as Parkinson fouls that one into the stands. For the Giants, with this 14th win, I'd suggest they'd be prepared for a revitalised Perth on Sunday, because Perth are going for 6 wins in a row, and they'd had an early season slump, having made it to even the playoffs last year, but weren't able to get it done. Tough start to the season, but those 5 wins in a row have helped them reinvigorate their form. What a game that is certainly going to be on Sunday afternoon. That is, of course, only one game being played between the two over at Madelgin Park. About a quarter past 3. And that is 2-2 the count now. Again, fouling that one to the stands is Parkinson. Going low this time, and drawing a third ball. 3-2, so a full count for Bryce and Parkinson. Parkinson, ground ball out towards second. Cooper will fill this one easily, goes to Riley, and that makes it 2 outs for the Giants. Now the ground out inflicted by Cooper with the throw to Riley at first. And Parkinson makes his way back to the dugout. Daniel Choi is next up. 1 out away, the Giants, from making it win number 14. Choi taking the cold strike there. He did go for a swing. The umpire keeping his eye on proceedings. Low rubber there from Bryce. 1-1. Right down the middle, a little more to the inside corner. into foul territory, and he's let go of the bat. You don't see that every day. And Choi there in his eager attempt to try and get that one out of the park. He's just let that one slip from his hands. 2-2 is the count. Choi, ground ball, and that one was in the air, and making the catch is Pilcher to seal the 14th straight win for the Wanneroo Giants. The streak continues, and it continues to grow. 14 from 14. Wanneroo easy winners tonight. 7-1 over the Braves. Well, we're expecting a much closer game between two very explosive sides. But in the end, what we got was an absolute blowout. It was set up by that big 7th inning for the Giants at the top of the 7th. They netted 4. And once again, they have limited the Braves' usually high-scoring impact, which goes throughout their batting lineup. As for a player of the match, well, I'd have to give my nomination to Tom Bailey. His performance from the mound tonight, simply outstanding. 5 strikeouts in 5 innings, only giving up 4 hits and a run. A tremendous effort. Bryce providing the backup very, very well for the last 2 innings, but Bailey, just incredible from the mound. Wanneroo, they make it 14 wins in a row tonight, 7-1 over the Braves here at Empire Ballpark. And that wraps up our coverage on Friday Night Lights, Harcher State League baseball action. Thanks to all our production team that do a wonderful job as always. On behalf of our very wonderful, talented team here at Empire Ballpark, this is Paul Persick wishing you a very good night on this Friday night, where it's the Giants. Their streak continues to grow, 14 from 14. Good night.